Hello everyone, welcome to another Saturday Stellaris stream. How's everyone been doing? So, let's load into our latest game in the Crusader and see where we were. So, last time we left off we had been doing a fair few different wars, including one where we basically ended up just sitting around and doing nothing while our enemies also sat around doing nothing. Managed to get our fleets together, battle one of those and win that war. Then we basically turned around, fought a different empire, and well, let's go and have a look. So we took a planet or two from the Mandasura collective, and unfortunately, because they were a hive mind, they are automatically labelled as undesirables and being purged, basically because we completely destroyed their home tree. They are a hive mind, so they can't live without it, so yes. Unless someone else offered them a migration treaty and they have a planet or two elsewhere, the Mandasuras are now a tiny, or going to be a tiny bit extinct. Because of the Mandasuras becoming extinct, we now have this bit of territory. Previously we were only up to Gatana, and we've extended all the way up here, and I am sending science ships and a construction ship here and here to scan, survey and hopefully capture these territories. We are now also unfortunately bordering the Destican High Kingdom, who are evangelizing zealots. We've rivaled them, which means our borders are closed, so they should not be able to come in and snipe any of the new territory that we are going to be going towards, but it does mean we are probably going to be going to war against them in the future. Thankfully, they are currently in a war, so hopefully that means that they're not going to be silly enough to try and consider attacking us. We did also manage to take two tiny territories from the Provalgavor Mercantile Union, and I am just basically going to be reinforcing those with star bases and ensuring that they have a much more difficult time trying to enter into our territory. So let's unpause the game, get started, and we have some unemployed pops. So let's see here. So that gives us an additional 2 bureaucrat jobs, but does require a rare crystal, which we do have an absolute ton of, because I did not see this last time, but in the Yakuri system there are 6 rare crystals there, so we're going to be good for that. We also have some Zhou here in the Di-Tinao system, so once we get that technology through we should be good. The only potential source of dark matter is probably down here in Devil's Maw, at least close by to us, and unfortunately we also came into contact with the Rayub conglomerate, who have decided that they want to park some of their territory here, though if I'm looking at this correctly, I believe this is one of the mining drone home territories, so that may be to our advantage if the Rayubs decide that yes, they do want to try and mine all 34 minerals out of that. So let's go back here and upgrade that and get us a bit more admin capacity, seeing as we are like 3 times our actual capacity, which is or technology cost plus 41%, tradition adoption cost plus 61%, and both the campaign cost and rare resource edicts are double what they would otherwise normally be. We are at 10 out of 8 star bases, so I probably need to have a look and try and figure out which ones we probably can do without. That's just a defensive pact. Okay, so I'm going to downgrade this one and downgrade this one. So we have come into contact with the Mathin cartel, criminal syndicate, ruthless capitalists. We do not take kindly to your salt. And let's just leave it there. And now, do I downgrade the station at Afchesan or Gatana? Because if we have Vermilion, Ziamon and Lazon there, and we build up a base on Corolla here, where else do we not necessarily need a station? We probably need these two up here. And do we downgrade the one that we have on our home planet is the other question. Unfortunately, it's like going over your star base capacity can absolutely tank your economy, so we don't overly want to really be doing that. I'm risking it by putting up a station in Ziamon, but I'm hoping that we should have something that will be coming through where we can actually gain ourselves an extra star base. No, unfortunately the expansion tree doesn't have anything on that. So we haven't had anything there. Let's actually have a look at edicts. So, do we have anything here? We've got fortify the border. We could take that. Lasts until cancelled and only takes 100 influence. So, yes, we will go for that. And we will build up our star base. Was I already doing that, or was that by someone else? Anyway, that doesn't matter. That's being built up, so that's good. Our naval capacity, we have 60, and we are currently using 33 of that. So if I downgrade our corvettes, and okay, I can't reduce our destroyers on that, but if I... So that says we are 53 out of that. So if I bump that up, so we have 13 destroyers in each fleet, 6 corvettes, which won't be replaced once they're destroyed, 1 corvette here. Your home base is Lazon. I think I'll actually change that to Vermilion. You're up here, you are Gatana. I will put you down to Sargas. If I can find... There we go. Third one. And we need pretty much about 3,000 alloys. Rebels in distance fleeing from Dialco have formed an outlaw space fleet by modifying several civilian vessels. Okay, so that's probably because the trade routes... Let's just have a look. Yes, there is quite a few options. So if we put that down there, so that should be connecting to the new trade zone. But we do, for some reason, have a small fleet here, which is going to be annoying. Where are you? Not really that close by. You're closer, but you don't really have the strength to do so. So if I reinforce you, go back here, we've unlocked code breaking. And I'll go for the cold fusion reactor on that. We have gene modification going, but that's going to take 88 months, and we also have robot assembly plants and robot workers in the pipeline. Now, what do I think? Starbase influence cost. Yes, I think I will go for that, seeing as we are nudging up against our starbase capacity, so we can sort through that. The Rayobs have declared us their rival, which is not unexpected. We will just declare you our rival back. So we have 2 rivalries, and we're gaining 1 influence a week from that. Okay, I already knew about you. Tranquil League. No, it wasn't. Okay, where was... Is this you, the cartel? Yes, Mathin cartel. So you are down here, so probably some kind of communication came through from the rails for us to know you, but we are still very limited on our knowledge of what's going on beyond our borders. Okay, so we've now researched that area, so we can lock that one down. And let's see, what else are we doing?
Under attack.
Oh yes, because yes, you would be attacking that, wouldn't you?
System survey complete.
Yeah, system survey complete there. So we have another space station coming through. That is our transport fleet. So you should be going back to a space station, so we have slightly less upkeep on you. And who are you? The Provogalors. I don't know where you're going, because if you're trying to get up here, you're not going to get there in time. Speaking of, do we have a spy against you? Yes, we do. So, your fleet is equivalent, your technology is superior, and your trade is equivalent. So, oh, okay, we just popped the entirety. Okay, so we now know where all of their borders are. Let's see. So if they were going to come up at us from the north, they have one entry point, and to come down from the south, they have to go through the Council of Walhubba and the Rayob Conglomerate to get through. So what diplomacy levels do they have? And their fleet power has just become inferior, probably because we have some of our fleet. Yep, so we've got some reinforcements in transit, so that might be why. And it looks like they have at least one empire that they know of, but somehow I don't think, nope, minus 1,000, never going to happen, they're never going to tell us about that. So yes, so we have a spy network all up. So I don't think I want the infiltration level to go down, but seeing as they have a tiny bit of technology that we don't, let's see if we can start up and steal something from them. Now, do we have our other... Nope, they are not there. I think I would have sent them up here. And yep, we do. So let's do a quick gather information on them, just so we can start increasing our tech. And you need some new jobs, but unfortunately you don't. The ideal one would be some minerals, but you don't have that. We can't clear the wildlife because we don't have that. Yes, the Desticans are starting to claim our territories, which is no big surprise. Let's build up some more energy resources, seeing as we look like we're going to need them. We don't have Starhold technology. That's probably going to be the next one that I jump on if we do have it. And okay, screw it, I am sending you through. You're a longer way, but you're a lot oh, you've got a higher fleet power, almost 2,000, so you should be able to come through and take them with no issue. So anyway, we have a tundra world here, size 23 with 70% habitability, size 15 arid world, and a size 14 desert world. So do any of these have any interesting features? Max agricultural districts. We have titanic life forms. Ooh, that's going to be interesting because then I can start getting a specialist army there. So max mining district, max agricultural district. But yes, let's go and colonize that and admittedly tank our energy a little bit less. Several spacefaring empires, some of them unknown to us, have banded together to form a galactic community. So, yes, let's join. So if this is anything like my other personal playthrough, there we go. The map fills in at least a tiny little bit. And we also have something called the Omega Menace. So where are they? Okay, they are seriously, absolutely an eon away. But let's go down here. So let's put in our very first proposal to form the galactic market. So we could assign an envoy if we weren't having some spy operations going through. And if we are going to form the galactic market, let's see, we have a 35, a 6, a 2, a 2 and a 3. So our homeworld would be the best option, but it's not really the best. I'm sure there's other empires that have planets with much higher and much better trade value for that. So you are building the star base very, very slowly. We have another volatile moat here, and this I'm not sure is really going to have anything too worthwhile. So then we can swing back here, research some of the debris or signs of Cyberx activity there. Still got a few anomalies which we need to work our way through. So unfortunately both our site ships are busy, and this civilization is in the machine age. So let's just have a nose and see how well they are doing. So equivalent of a machine age considered a later part of the industrial age. Factories are mass producing goods and vehicles, and air travel is becoming commonplace. Okay, so the equivalent of the beginning of the 20th century for us. Oh, we've got at least the first federation that we know of. So we know that this species is xenophile, or 66% follow xenophile and 33% follow materialistic. And let's have a look at them. They are avian and, yeah, tundra world preference. So we have a bunch of new people joining the galactic community, so there's going to be a tiny bit of spam. A bunch of people are closing the borders towards us. Doesn't matter. Let's just close all of those because it just annoys me. So Raxicodium, we have placed operatives at the audience of a number of lectures being held. Watch for potential leads among their intellectual elite. Okay. Come on, zoom out. Let's see.
Incoming transmission.
So, our proposal to form by the galactic market is right at the top, so that one should be the very first one to pass through. We have the Zeran Trade Union wanting an embassy. I'll agree to that because it gives us more technology. Another close borders. So get plus 10 intel on Destican High Kingdom. Okay, so just basic information, and that gives us a bit more territory, or a bit more of where their borders are. We know that their technology level is superior to us, and they do not, it does not look like they have any kind of information or deals with any other species that we don't know about. So we just leave that there for the time being, and we have completed research on robotic workers. So I said we were going to go for it next time it turned up, so we're going to go for Starhold, start building up those areas. Okay, that area has been fully surveyed, so if I send you down to research that, and then if I queue you up so you can research that and research that. You are my anomaly one, so let's see what the best path is. Probably, yeah, to go down here and then just pretty much circle around and see if we actually find anything of interest in any of these areas. So research that, and I believe that should all be it. You are just about to jump into the Porima system. More borders closed. Finished research of cold fusion. And let's go for basic combat roles and get that moving. So, ascension perks, do we actually have now? Nope. Okay, we need the droids technology to start going up for the flesh is weak, and unfortunately we need 2 other ascension perks to be selected before we can become the crisis, and even if we select a second one we don't have a slot available for become the crisis, so we're going to have to wait for that one. But thankfully our Empire Sprawl has jumped up, or our Empire capacity has jumped up, so that's reduced our sprawl a little bit. So that means we now only have the technology cost plus 30% rather than the 43% I think it was earlier. So we can reinforce you again a little bit, so let's do so, and we'll just watch to see what happens, because this should be like absolutely no problem whatsoever. And indeed, no problem. Go to the mining base, turn that back on our side, and that should be that sector back in our control. Okay, nothing much of interest up here, just 2 energies. An Alpine world size 15, which doesn't have anything interesting. Max agricultural sites again. So I keep saying this, we're a lithoid race, so we have absolutely no need for food other than to just turn it into energy. And if we're doing that, like if we have like the capacity to do like or use food just to turn it into energy, I'd rather take the space and use it for energy, just full stop. So anyway, with the formation of the galactic community, it now means that we know on pretty much, I think maybe all of the different empires that we have. I'm not able to count it at the moment. We should have 24 races or empires plus me in this if we have them all. So operator defects. Our spy master reports a drastic failure in their process again, so we can choose so be it, lose 20 influence, and if the Raxicodiums have a spy network on us, let's see. So, or their encryption is very weak compared to our code breaking, so we get a plus 40 to infiltration level, plus 40% to infiltration progress, and minus 4 to difficulty. And their code breaking is solid relative to our encryption, so they get a plus 10 to infiltration level, plus 10% to daily infiltration progress, and a minus 1 to information difficulty. So I think I will choose to get your house in order, because that is a 50-50 shot. Oh, the Desticans have broken their migration treaty with the Raxicodiums, so those were 2 empires that I was agitating. So that could be interesting. Do we have anything else of interest here? Nope. Looks like that science ship has just finished surveying that area. A few minerals and a bit of research, but nothing else. So for the Raxicodiums, one of our potential targets seems to have the kind of research clearance we need, and they are suitably impressed by our fabricated credentials. This lead seems our best one for now. What else is going on? So Senate is still in recess. So oppose that. Yes, I am definitely going to support anything that relates to increasing like fleet power, fleet capacities. Yes, research, don't really care about that one. Don't really care about that one. Ban the slave trade, I'll think about that one, because it can be quite interesting if you go through the galactic market slave trade. You can pick up a few different species to try and help boost your species, especially if you have and find something that is a lot more you know, kind of on the opposite end of habitability. If you had, say, like a species that was arid world preference and you came across one that was Arctic world preference in the slave market, you could potentially buy a few, set their species rights, and have a very, very happy new population at your disposal. Okay, so we don't, unfortunately, have that many minerals. So if we buy a handful, okay, pirate station raided, so we get a bit of energies, a bit of minerals, and I will send you back to your home system, which is going to be Sargas. And the Desticans have decided that they want to claim this area as well. And yes, I thought so. The Provalgors are trying to scan this and get some systems through, but they don't have any construction ships in the area. I've already scanned it all, so they're just going to be wasting their time. So we've analysed some of the debris, so we've got plus 10% progress to antimatter research. Nothing else too of interest. We still have that enigmatic fortress down there. I have no idea what the strength of that is going to be, so I dare not take it on at all. Okay, what can we do here? We can't really do anything, so we need to have 30 before we can go on to that. The Senate floor is in session, so we should have the galactic market in a moment. So yes, that's going to just probably be ticking along as we go.
Stone's turn.
And for this one, yeah, that one looks also like we're just going to be ticking along and seeing how things progress. I don't want to go too far into war for any of these before we have even the potential to get the become the crisis. Emergency, or not emergency, I can't think of words today. Brain fog. The become the crisis ascension perk, because obviously you get points for going to war, destroying territory, so entry secured. We've drawn up various plans which price a clear advantage. Our operative has at last been invited to our high security branch facility engaged in cutting edge research. Their simulations paint a favourable forecast. Vaxicodium research secured. Our infiltration of Vaxicodium science has succeeded. However, some of our operatives now appear to be a risk. Our lead operative's cover held long enough to complete their extraction, but their credentials have now been exposed as false. Vaxicodium security has been alerted to their presence. The research data we desired has already been extracted, but our team's escape plans have been thrown into disarray. Security is coming down hard. We must carefully and promptly consider our next move. So, infiltration level changes by -30. We must wait at least 6 years before attempting another breach on their research facilities, and we gain 30% progress towards improved strike craft. Nice.
Gravel recovered.
Okay, and some more progress towards antimatter power, as well as some physics and engineering research points. How are our science ships doing? Okay, so you should be going through to analyse all of those anomalies, and you are going down here for the signs of Cyberx activity. So let's check. So we have 2 out of 6 Cyberx artifacts, and we have 7 out of 8 habitable worlds surveyed. So we have the list of anomalies here. Unfortunately, some of them are in enemy territory. And let's actually see, we are all the way down in 21st place with a score of 2,374. So we have a bit over 240 years before we can potentially claim any kind of victory. Basic computer rules has been researched. So let's go for X-ray lasers and get that going. Oh, smuggler outpost. Our observation post above Kurawila 1 has detected an illegal settlement on the planet's surface. It appears to be some kind of an outpost set up by Kroll smugglers and other criminal elements from the Kroll Coterie. There have already been isolated incidents where the smugglers came into contact with the primitive natives, some of which ended in violence. We need to act quickly to contain this situation and remove the criminals before they can cause any more damage.
Situation log updated.
Okay, so what do we need? A transport fleet. So let's send that over here. And research that project. Now, I don't think I actually looked specifically at what traits these have. Nope, they just have tundra preference, conformists, and either militarist or xenophile. So nothing too interesting. Oh. Though we have apparently come into contact with a new type of alien species up here. Okay, let's see, we'll send you up there and see what happens with this species, because it is most probably like someone probably around here, because obviously they've come through the Destican High Kingdom's territory, but we'll see what we can get through and understand from that. Someone's decided that they're opening their borders against us, which, you know, they are a bit to and fro on occasion. Decide they want to do this, but they don't want to do that. So that's 4,000 of someone. Caravaneers, perhaps? It could actually be caravaneers, because I do have them allowed. Oh, who knows. Anyway, construction ships, you can start building that mining station back up there. And again here, seeing as we have locked down these territories. And that one. And back down here as well. Other than that, I think we could probably consider dismantling those construction ships, as we have most of what we need. Oh, and first contact log. The vessels detected in the Trabano system seem to be part of some sort of expedition. Yep, caravaneers. They have not made any hostile moves, nor is there any heavy weaponry in evidence. Instead, they seem to be broadcasting repetitive but not particularly content-filled signals in our general direction. Yep, that is one of our caravaneers at the very least. Send you back down to Vermilion Station. So, which does not have... Oh, it doesn't actually have a shipyard because I didn't buy anything, so upgrade that and have a hangar bay, and I think we will leave the buildings for the time being. Established embassy, yes. First contact, yep. Racket Industrial Enterprise, Spacefaring Traders. So, greetings caravaneers. So what can you offer us today? A destroyer. How do we go for that? For 200 minerals. Yep, let's go for that. And that has popped up here, so let me see what it has. Doesn't seem to be anything overly special, but I will merge these two fleets together and just add that. So that, okay, so we can probably upgrade that and get them working on at least hopefully the newest technology that we have. Transport fleet's making its way over. That construction ship is
Special
done.
project complete.
So another Cyberx artifact recovered and almost 500 society research. Okay, this is probably going to be like, yeah, a fairly quiet one. So asserting dominance and giant massacre, so putting out any of the gargantuan leviathan xenos. Council of Higher Learning wants us to improve our science effectively, and this one wants us to have a hegemony and also slay a leviathan. Not quite sure either of those are really going to happen that quickly. So a collector has somehow come into ownership of an ancient precursor artifact. So do we have everything has a price, minus 500 energy, minus 1000 influence? Yes, everything has a price. So that should now bring us up to 4 out of 6. Indeed it does. So with that we do have 100 minor artifacts. So
Situation log updated.
let's create one there. Fedima 2. So if I go in, back in and find that, track on map, right up there. So, and nicely, we have one science ship that is available that can go and research. So I'll send that up there. And yes, you are still going to be going around and researching all of those anomalies. He's still building up. Assign our knowledge with you, and I will reassign you and prepare a sleeper cell. Just so we can have at least some kind of information on them while I probably go and let's see how outdated. Okay, very, very outdated. So we think they have a pathetic fleet, but it's probably outdated. They have overwhelming technology compared to us. So yes, they will probably be the next ones we go for, even though it might benefit us to go more for the Rayobs. And they have... oh, their encryption is very weak and their code breaking is routine, versus here, very weak and routine. Okay, so they're both about the same as us. And up here, trivial and routine. Okay. Okay, so the smugglers have been defeated, 1,000 credits and 1,000 minerals, which is, you know, average. Okay. Get you to go back home. I always feel really, really limited on alloys because it always seems like there is a huge amount that I need it for and I can never gain enough. So, gas giant ship. Yeah, try and bring it up. So, research again. Actually, no, research that there, and then we'll go around this way.
Accretion complete. Colony formed.
Research. Oops, no, not. Oh, well, never mind. So someone's turned xenophilic. And let's actually see. We've still got like almost 2 years before the decision to form the galactic market is done, but pretty much everyone is in support of that. What other things do we have that popped up that I have not voted on? Cooperative research channels. Nope, wait, I had supported that. Charter of Workers' Rights was neutral. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything. We have a new faction, Conclave of Spiritualists. Let's have a look at you. Yes, this is probably because I have some robot workers now, so sidebar go away, so they don't want robots. So they want our empire governing ethics to include spiritualist. They want us to try and pursue psionics. And spiritualists being a minority will displease them. Well, again, unfortunately, not really anything that I'm that interested in doing. Okay, ships all here upgraded. So that is 2.4 thousand fleet power. And short list of potential sleeper cells in the Waxicodiums. Okay. Again, just a hey, this is happening. So, where was our newest planet? So, this was it. Titanic Beasts. Which means... no? Okay, I thought it did, but...
Special
never mind.
project complete.
Okay, so we've lost the vessel around the Gunst Giant. Unfortunate, but our scientist does gain 200 experience. And the Galactic Fafossen Combine has declared war on the Orbis customer synergies. which is over here. So you have an inferior fleet compared to us. Unknown, but that is pretty much right on the opposite side of the galaxy, so not really anything that we can bother with. And we have gene modification is unlocked. Right, so let's pause this for a bit. So we have improved production, which gives us plus 10% resources, but does also mean plus 10% upkeep, so that could potentially balance it out. Soil remediation. What planets do we need for that? Oh yes, I can uncover all of these. Okay, so not there. Climate control network. There we go. So on our newest one, Detinal Prime, that is something we can do. And also on Sargas Prime, that also has a different blocker. And then this planet, which was the Mandasura planet. So if we just demolish all of these, because we have no need for an agricultural district. Population. So we have 3 rulers and 4 specialists. Out of 26 jobs available. No blockers, no rare planetary features, so we can just keep an eye on that and have a look at what we want to do. Ah, okay, they've declared this a forge world, which, yeah, you know what, I think I'll keep it like that, because we are doing pretty okay on consumer goods and we do just need some alloys. And, yep, naval capacity, get another fleet through. So then we can park that one up here on Crawler. Okay, what can you offer us? Another destroyer? No thank you. I don't think we overly want that. But if we go here, we have 11,000 coins. Or 11,000 energy credits. So, you know what? Let's buy some caravan coins. And open a reliquary. Okay, I can't pronounce this word. Reliquary. And what do we have? It is empty. Okay. So, can't do any of that. So let's just see, do we get anything in the slots? Now again, speaking about a previous personal playthrough, so I did manage to get quite a few good things from all of this, but we do not have enough caravan coins, so let us just exit out of that and we'll check again next time they potentially have some kind of, or new reliquary. Yeah, I'm I'm just going to call it a loot box, I'm sorry, I'm just going to call it a loot box. So empires fall down by 25%, so that doesn't overly decrease things too much, but we can potentially remove some of our so we can potentially modify our species and get rid of wasteful. Now the thing is, would I want to add anything back? Now see, these ones for the lithoids, scintillating skin, gaseous byproducts and volatile excretions could be interesting. But obviously we need a couple of trait points to be able to get that. I think for the time being we will just leave it. So the Rayobs and Raxacodiums have ended their rivalry. Research, fleet command limit +10, and we unlock the cruisers. Robot modification process, modular engineering, improved strike craft. Oh, finders keepers. A particularly observant operative in the Kroll Coterie has laid their appendages on part of a Kroll encryption key. It would seem a careless Kroll administrator mislaid the device while commuting. This bodes well enough for our operations in the Kroll Coterie, but our study of the device's unique design has revealed novel insights for our general approach to code breaking. So, found encryption key modifier added for 24 months, giving +1 to code breaking. Let's see what that really changes here. Okay, so we have enough options to acquire an asset. So their encryption is weak relative to our code breaking, and their code breaking is routine. Let's launch an operation. And espionage, we are getting close to being able to develop our sleeper cells there. Yes, I'm aware of that. Thank you. And we do have a bit more information about you. We can see a bit more of where your territory expands. So again, you are saying that your fleet power is pathetic compared to ours. And if I close down some of this, so it's a bit less crowded. I know there were mods to deal with the outliner, but I don't really want to mess around with that too much. So our list of targets has been finalised, and our operatives have been quietly drifting their way into position. They await our signal to begin establishing sleeper cells. So operation finished. Reports from Operation Prepare Sleeper Cells are favourable so far. After many false protestations of fealty, not to mention a plethora of faked background checks, our operatives have settled into the bureaucratic positions within the governing structure of the ruling party. From there, they will be able to update us on the latest happenings and maintain our long-term ability to conduct operations there should we risk it. So sleeper cells added for 118 months, which gives operation skill +1, spy network decay -100%. So that is a year and a half that enables us. So we can move our spy network over here. So let's do a quick gather information on this one, just to see if we can update our knowledge on that. Oh, there we go. The native life of Detinal Prime is built on an epic scale. The question now in the minds of our researchers is, what is their secret and can we benefit from it? So if we proceed with the study, we can issue a special product, leave them alone, or we can harvest them and see if anything is useful. So Titanic Life Necropsies, delicious Titans modifier added. Oh dear, max agricultural districts +6, food from jobs +30%, Titan Hunter jobs +1, and +1 Titan Hunter jobs per 30 pops. Now that would be interesting if we were a more biological population where we actually ate food, but no, we will proceed with the study. Hey, a massive crater on Trouble 2 appears to be the result of a collision with a starship. So just some physics research, nothing too special there. The construction ship is still working its way through there. you are researching that and you are making your way through all of these anomalies. Okay, nothing too of interest.
Special project complete.
Unearth the past Cyberx presence. So another Cyberx artifact and more society research. So that should put us at 5 out of 6. So I will personally just wait for the last one to pop up, and if that doesn't happen in, let's just say by 2270, then we will sell some more minor artifacts and gain a new section to search. So, derelict ship. So that one is up there in the trouble system. So if I actually send you down here and research that anomaly, I said send you down there and research that anomaly. No. We won't go for that one. Okay, let's do it the old-fashioned way. Research the project. Okay, finished intel or information gathering on the Proval Mercantile Union, and the Desticans have broken off their research agreement with the Raxicodiums. Okay, and that would be down here. Yeah, pathetic fleet power. What does a smear campaign? Lower relations between the Proval Mercantile Union and another empire. No, so I think I will just wait until we reach 40 to steal some technology from them and see what we can get. So I quite like that, just being able to go through and steal something and get a bit of progress towards it. Your technology is equivalent, yours is superior. And yours is superior, so seeing as yours is overwhelming, I think I'm just gonna try and snipe some technology off of you. So another research thing broken, that could be the same one. So quiet asset, deep cover options have stepped up. Regrettable fact, we've consistently failed to quash the illicit trade with the Xenos. Okay, so the galactic market has started, and I love how it says this when I was the one that actually suggested the whole thing, but anyway. So, founding of the galactic market. It's probably not going to happen, but I will still nominate us for the galactic market and just see how things go. So, Mount Graveyard Expedition. And research that project. So what is going to be up next is the buzzword standardization. So diplomatic weight plus 20, trade value plus 5, but bureaucratic upkeep also plus 5%. And the way-ups are...
Special project complete.
Oh, right, got it. They're trying to claim some of these territories. Crew of the ship has been found dead, brain parasites, but able to protect our own crew from being infected. Okay. Continue on. So it would be nice if there was an option to like resume previous requests or something like that to stop me having to like pause and go through this and research and set it all up again, but oh well. So where are we? Okay, so we should have the option to upgrade these, so let's go for Vermilion, Corolla, and Alos. Just because obviously Sargass, we've got one of our fleets stationed there. Maybe I should have actually gone the other way and put the fleets that are based in Sargos over to Alioth and then upgrade the Sargass. Oh well, I can do both. So set you back to Alioth. Return. You don't need any upgrading. You, however, do need some. Need, well, pretty much 2,000, and the global market or galactic market has not been founded yet. I will move that because I think we can get by without needing that, and it will start building up our collection of that. A finished expedition. Starships too badly damaged, but add 3 can't remember, is that society, engineering research, and plus 200 experience. And
situation log updated.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm just gonna have you follow them and just clean up any kind of... Wait, I'm doing it the wrong way. That should not be... You should be doing all the little individual ones, and you should be doing all the main projects, seeing as you're the one that's got the anomaly trait. You're still moving back down here, you're going to have something else to build up there. Hey, we need a few more jobs and housing for, well, jobs and amenities for people. So base marketplace competitive rating weak, but never mind on that. Okay, we do not have a peace treaty with you because we have not actually technically been at war with you. And it looks like we don't have... It looks like our diplomacy white peace truce has expired with them. So shortlisted targets been selected or drawn up. It looks like the Waxicodiums are expanding a tiny bit north and east.
Special project complete.
So the Rubricator, yes, we must have it. We must have the Rubricator.
Situation log updated.
Okay. And situation log. The Rubricator. Where is that? Ooh, that's just created a bunch of potentially new territories for us. It's nice. No, probably not too nice, because now we have a second border against the Desticans. Oh well.
Research complete.
And new archaeological special project, so we'll have a look at that in a moment. Antimatter reactor, and this one, which is down there. Okay, so I can stop tracking that one. You are going across there, and you, I am going to send you down here. Now, it'd be nice if we had the Cybrex homeworld and it ended up like linking these two systems. That would be really nice, or like something along here, so we actually have a tiny bit of a shortcut. So I don't like playing with the wormholes and the stations. I can't remember what they're called. The gateways. So the only way to get around in this galaxy is either by experimental jump drives or by going the long way round through all of the hyperlanes. So at the coordinates for the Rubicator's last known location, we have discovered a habitable planet. So start digging. Though we need to survey the system first. And then claim it for ourselves. So where was that last construction ship? Move up here because we really want to capture all of that territory as quickly as we can, especially seeing as it's got more rare crystals there. And someone's declared the Inari Confederacy their rival, which doesn't really bother me. I think I will downgrade this station here, just because we probably don't need it, and we can get one up here, as we will need it. Asset identified. Operation completed. So we have lured an underappreciated member of the Destican citizenry whose attitude and contacts amongst the lower ranks of society are sure to aid our operatives in various ways. So you gain a junior officer asset, and infiltration level changes by -15. So we now know that their fleet is equivalent, or at least currently equivalent to us. So we could wait and save a little bit up and get to the sabotage starbase, or arm privateers. So what is our capacity? Oh, yeah, the Raxicodiums are definitely trying to intrude on our territories. Improve strikecraft. And yep, I think we'll go for the ion thruster and start building up our systems that way. Get you to upgrade. Get you to upgrade. Raxicodiums and Rayobs are enemies again, and the Senate floor is in session. I don't think there's anything too much that I'm really that bothered with. It's more when we get to the stage of being told whether something that we're doing is like against galactic law. That's the only thing that I really care about. Okay, you are almost 50% there, so we will see where the Cybrex homeworld pops through, and we have the Rayobs that are finally taking this little bit of territory, but they have not, unfortunately, decided to put some mining stations up here, so they won't be attacked by the mining drones, unfortunately. Okay, you've moved there. So build up a starbase. You're already researching.
Project complete.
Titanic beasts can now be recruited. Yes. So actually, if I send you up here first. Desert World 14, Desert World 13. So yes, we are definitely going to need to rush up here and build up our newest starbase. So a thorough investigation unearthed evidence of a past Cyrex presence. So we now have 6 out of 6. So we should very, very shortly see some kind of pop-up about that. Yep, there we go. Contact the nearest science ship. So unfortunately, oh, it has spawned in a new section there, but not one that's linking some of these areas, which is a disappointment to me, but we'll deal with it. Okay, 90% towards building the starbase there.
Accretion complete.
Yeah, move that up there. And Raxicodiums are coming down to probably claim Doria, and then I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing them start to claim territory through round here. So that fleet has been upgraded. You also look like you've been upgraded, and how many can we reinforce? Not that many. Okay. But we do now have... Nope. Okay, we do not have the galactic market. Jeez, when is that going to form? Aye. Anyway. Researching... or surveying, rather.
System survey
Okay,
complete.
that one's been surveyed. Build starbase, and then we can just go around here and survey these areas. Yeah, I will let the Desticans actually know. If you go up here, just pop it and see what we have up here. Because then I can decide whether it's going to be something that's worthwhile getting, but trying to fight on 2 boundaries, or if we just retreat and have this new little triangular sector. Okay, not worth it. No habitable planet there. So we'll just come back and take these territories. So we do have eyes on one of their fleets. So 982, which would, you know, be about in line with, yeah, if they have like a bunch of fleets with 10 naval capacity. Construction complete, non-aggression pact. Okay. It would seem that the Cyrex reevaluated their galactic crusade against organic life at some point during its 17th year, so isolated themselves here for several millennia until an independent explorer chanced upon their system. Blah, 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 blah. So relic found, Cyrex Warforge, 10 minor artifacts, a bunch of unity, bunch of engineering research, bunch of energy credits, ends the Cyrex home system event chain, and minor artifact action unlocked, secrets of the Cyrex. So we can have a look at that. Cyrex Warforge permits building Cyrex Warform armies at your capital and gives you plus 5% monthly alloys. Active effects: produces 5,000 alloys in exchange for 10,000 minerals and 150 influence. And Galactic Ambition, we will take that one. Oh, that actually knocked us, gave us 2 points for the price of 1 effectively there. That's good. So we survey the system. Upgrade this one. And for just the briefest moment, we probably are wanting one construction ship. And then send you back around again to research all the anomalies that we have found, and hopefully we won't get interrupted this time. And we have just completed our survey of the 8th habitable world. Again, a bunch of society research and 500 energy credits. You're kind of meant to do that a lot sooner than 64 years, or almost 65 years into the game, but oh well. It is what it is. Okay, and I think once we've finished surveying these, we are going to start on the archaeological site. Claim this area.
Rocket new tech.
Just seeing what we need to do, where we need to be. So +3 amenity. So if we upgrade that, but also build a new city district. I have no idea who either of those are, so I'm not going to bother. A new physics research. So let's keep our encryption going up, and new engineering research. So, yep, we will start unlocking cruisers. Upgrade to planetary administration. You can probably do with a few more amenities. And here, what buildings can we do that would probably make some sense? I'll probably an administration office, though that would leave us very low on consumer goods. So let's just build a couple more industrial districts. The GPScinos of the Democratic Spyrankin Cooperative have established a marketplace. Okay, so we now have the galactic market done. We have claimed that area, build a mining station, and that.
System survey complete.
Okay, we'll send you down there in a moment. So that system has been surveyed. We can start locking down this little area. Upgrade this one. Build the mining stations and the research stations there. Are you creeping in on somewhere, or are you just going to be building a mining station? Probably just building a mining station.
Construction complete.
Okay, we're doing okay against you. And we can steal some of your technology. Governor has now gained the intellectual trait, which gives us plus 10% for engineering, physics and society research jobs. And oh no, the Rayobs have decided to claim this area right up here. Well, I think I know who we're going to be going to war against next time. So, despite having taken every precaution prescribed in their training, one of our operatives in the Provalgavor Mercantile Union has raised concern that their cover may be blown. So, request more resources, so such risks are no more denied. You will have your extra resources. Infiltration level changes by -10. Yeah, you will have your extra resources. More encryption, more encryption. Yep, let's just double down on that. So that navy station has been done. Let's upgrade that to a starhold, and then we can consider adding some defences and buildings to that one. You're almost done with that, so I can queue up, excavate that site, and the other site ship is proceeding as typical. You still don't know anyone that I don't know, but you do owe a favour to the Inari Confederacy, and you're owed one from the Alliance of Rutheria. So the Inari Confederacy is a empire that I created myself, so let's have a look. Do we know much about you? So you're in a federation of some kind. Your technology is superior to us, but your trade value is equivalent. Your encryption is very weak relative to our code breaking, and their code breaking is trivial compared to ours. So we may have the highest, or one of the highest technology. So sort by relative power. Okay, the enigmatic observers are at the top, and then the Nihars are next. So whereabouts are you guys? all the way over there. But yeah, pretty much everyone hates us. So we're going to have to go it alone, which was pretty much expected when you have, you know, a xenophobic, militaristic empire, but oh well. Okay, what do you have a deficit on? You have a deficit for energy and also some minerals. Okay, past buzzword standardization. Starbase is being built up there. Gathering leads for steel technology.
Accretion complete.
You have finally completed that starbase. You have finally moved over here. The Reobs have become spiritualist. Interesting. Nope, not fleet manager, ship designer. Okay, so defense platforms.
System geology charted.
Yeah, I don't know why this is not letting me save it, but never mind. So, migration treaty. War declaration doesn't matter to me. Espionage. Chasing leads. And you are starting to excavate that site, and we will build a starbase here. So, Cyberx Research Station.
Situation log updated.
Okay, that is down here. And let's research that. And once you have that starbase done, I think we'll come back up here. Build up all the mining stations that we can, and then hopefully by the end of that we will have some progress towards this. And I also think, you know, just in case something might happen, I'm going to start sending my fleets over there. So we can now complete the expansion tree and unlock our next ascension perk. So we could go for engineered evolution. Yes, I think we will do that. Select that. So we can start making our species better, and then
Innovation rollout.
that unlocks a couple of other ones, including become the crisis. The universe shall tremble. For a long time, we Krall have known that we are meant for greater things, that our destiny was nothing less than the fate of the universe itself. Over the last couple of years, this notion has grown stronger to the point it can no longer be denied that great change is coming for Krall society. In fact, we stand on the precipice right now. The galaxy may not be ready for our inevitable domain, but the Krall Kateri is ready for the galaxy. We will be misunderstood, we will be opposed, but we will not be stopped. It is our destiny. Begins the Become the Crisis event chain, +1 crisis level potential, and issue special product, something beyond reality.
Situation log updated.
And we can now use the existential expulsion casus belli against a whole load of other empires. So let's pause and finally unlock this tab. So we are now the crisis. We are menace level 1. So allow the accumulation of menace by completing menace objectives. Purge is unlocked as a policy option. Pop purge speed plus 500%. And intimidation, subjugation acceptance plus 25. So we have here menace objectives and menace gained. So we gain 100 menace for destroying empires, 3 for destroying enemy ships, 3 for destroying star bases, 3 for a purge or assimilation of pops, 100 for a destroy worlds using the Armageddon bombardment or the Colossus world cracker, 150 for conquering worlds, 100 for vassalizing empires, 10 annually for retaining a vassal, 10 per form disruptive operations, and 50 per year of being in breach of galactic community law. So to unlock threat crisis level 2 we need to have 1000 menace and completed the first become the crisis special project. Peril crisis level 3 we need to have 2000 menace and completed the second become the crisis special project. Galactic Nemesis crisis level 4 requires us to have 5000 menace and complete the third become the crisis special project. And to become existential threat crisis level 5 we need 10,000 menace, complete the fourth become the crisis special project, and is not the subject of another empire. So I think we will leave it there for today. We have just unlocked our third ascension perk. We have decided to become the crisis, and next time we will start working towards that with maybe a war or two and seeing if we can also get our hands on that rubricator. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.